Being a big fan of Magic the Gathering and Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit is definitely one of those sets that I knew I'd be getting something from. I didn't exactly know what. I really like doing pre releases. Those are separate kits that have fewer cards in them, and they're designed specifically for playing in the tournaments. But the bundle is a unique set. I've actually not looked into this bundle in any way whatsoever. I just saw one of my local card shops had one and was able to get a hold of it. And I wanted to kind of explore it with everyone here and kind of explain what is a bundle, how does it work, and then see how this Hobbit set looks. I don't know hardly anything about the Hobbit set aside from I know the movies and the books indicate that the Hobbit is the pre-story of Lord of the Rings. You get like Bilbo's journey that is talked about in the Lord of the Rings is actually detailed in the Hobbit. So this is my first look at what's going to be in this bundle. And we have here within a bundle, you have first 9 packs. We're going to open 7 of them today. I'm saving 2 of them for my lore of Magic the Gathering by opening packs. But this also has 4 traditional foil full art Hobbit lands and 5 traditional foil regular full art Middle Earth Journey lands. So I'm very intrigued as to why there's 4 Hobbit seasonal lands. So that's going to be the 4 seasons is where I'm guessing that's coming from. And it looks like those are all likely plains. And the other is going to be one of each land type. We also have a card box, which I really need a new one. I haven't had a bundle in a long time. Like I said, this is the second one I'll have only ever opened. And I really like the spin down that was in my first one, so I hope that's a good option. I hope that ends up being a good dice here. I'm not sure if there's much option, but that one looks good already. And then this Alt Art Traditional Foil Misty Mountains card, that one looks pretty cool. I'm not completely value driven on these. This is one of those sets where I could open the absolute worst cards in the entire set and still be happy because I just really enjoy The Hobbit. But we're going to see what we get. 9 packs. Of the 9, I'm opening 7 now. And let's take a look at these lands and the promos. Those are where the value is. I'm a little nervous doing this because right now, if this was the original Lord of the Rings, Tales from Middle-earth, that set, the bundle itself is marketing around $400 right now, unopened. This, being the newer set, no one knows if it's going to get to that point or not. Probably not, but interesting change. The Hobbit is a standard legal set, even though it's also within Universe Beyond. So I remember that happening with a set called Infinity, where it was some of the cards were legal to use in standard Magic the Gathering, and the ones that were not had little acorns on the bottom, so you knew that those ones are not legal. I'm curious to see if there's an indicator on the ones that are legal here or not. I know HOB is going to be on the bottom of all the standard legal cards, and then HOC are going to be the ones that are not legal in standard, but are legal in Commander. So we'll look for that. Looks like we get this nice artwork, which is one of my favorite pieces of Magic. Is there used to be art cards where it was all about the art and celebrating the art of the different artists. And I loved what they did with Magic the Gathering, Lord of the Rings, where the art wasn't just direct screenshots from the movie, but it also wasn't so weird like you couldn't understand what was going on. So the artist did an amazing job in that Lord of the Rings set. The Hobbit, so far from what I see here, this is pretty cool. Alive without breath, as cold as death. Never thirsty, never drinking, all in male, never clinking. There's a lot going on there. That's interesting. All right. That might be maybe a quote from the book or something. We'll see. I would definitely venture to say these sets are going to be, my expectation is a whole lot more from the book and a whole lot less from the movie. All right. So we are opening the bundle. A gift bundle is essentially the same, except there's a collector booster in there. So it does end up costing quite a bit more. There's some other items to purchase: the play booster, collector booster. Draft night is a whole bunch of packs. It's kind of fun stuff to do. I've never heard of the 5 Armies co-op kit. That'll be kind of cool to see what that's all about. Probably not going to end up buying much more than other boosters, but we'll see. If I open a really nice card in here, I'd like to say a bunch of things I'm going to do with it, but the reality is I'm probably just going to keep it for my own personal collection. Who knows? I am quite thrilled with the art on this box. It looks like this side is the main side that has much going on. Still pretty cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and move these out of the way, and then let's see what we got inside. So definitely fun, but not worth stealing the show. We got some punch outs here. I still think they're cool. I do punch them out and keep them within my collections. I'll separate out different card types and stuff like that with them, but cool. Let's see that spin down. That's the big one here. And that is just incredible. I am a really big fan of the dwarven looking numbers on that. That's pretty fun. Now, being a spin down means that we have some kind of a special symbol. Give me an idea that that's where a 20 would be, and then we got 18 or 19, 18, 17, and it's going to go in numerical order all the way down to 1. That's where the spin down is in order, and usually this is kept for keeping track of life totals. I've heard people say that there's ways you can roll a spin down to ensure that you're going to have a really high number, and I've never learned that. I don't think it's worth figuring that all out. That's just not playing honest, in my opinion. So spin down is just a way of kind of keeping track of basically life totals or counting whatever you want to count. So we got some lands here. Looks like we got another. That's going to be our fancy card. So let's see here. See if we can take a look at those. And then we got all the packs. So let's see what these guys look like real quick. I did not think there was going to be a ton of these, but this is a pretty thick pack of lands. I was expecting only less than 10 lands. So let's see, is it more than that, or did I just get 2 by accident? We'll see. Okay, so I'll grab the pack axe from Captain Price, and there's our Misty Mountains Cold. This is a saga, meaning it reads down every turn. You activate whatever is by it. So in this one, it's going to create a treasure token. Then if you control 4 or more treasures, sacrifice the saga. If you do, create a 6/6 red dragon creature token with flying. So that would work well in my dragon deck. I have a dragon deck where anytime a dragon enters, it can create a treasure. Doubling effects and all that makes that kind of cool. So this gives you 4 turns to make this happen. It seems like that will resolve the saga. I'm kind of I want to look through that a little bit more, but that's a really, really great card there. At least I'm excited about playing. Now, is it an amazing card that's just going to be game changer? I don't get into all that. Do I like to play the card? That's really what it amounts to. So, planes, we got nice foil planes. I love the different horses, donkeys that we're traveling on. We got gorgeous full art foil island there. That is a cool one. I know a lot of people really love swamps, and in the story, the barrels are a really cool relevant piece. I won't give away much spoiling there. There's more of the donkeys as they journey to the river or to the mountain after the river event. The forest is stunning. This is a really, really cool forest card. Absolutely very well done on the foils. So those are the full arts. So then I have, okay, so that's what they did, is they have the full art foils, and then they have other basic, also foiled, not something I would just straight ignore, but there's my season cards. So this is, let's see. It almost looks like maybe fall or spring. Which one is it? I think it's going to be spring. Does it tell me somewhere? I don't see it tell me for sure, but the flowers are maybe indicating spring. I'm going to guess maybe this one is more of the summer version of the plains. Pumpkins are a dead giveaway. We're looking at fall, so that one's for sure going to be fall. And then winter with the snow. Ooh, man, the shimmer on that, the foiling there is, that is really nice. All right, I like that. All right, so let's see what this other pack is, because that was already fun. Like, we got some really, really nice looking land cards there. I got a couple of bonus of the basic lands that are not full arts. So what is this? Let's see. We got another pack, kind of indicating that this is kind of expected. So you can probably find online what these are supposed to be ahead of time, but I didn't spoil that all. So we got those same lands we looked at before, non-foil. Now, the swamp was cool in foil. I honestly like the non-foil version of this one better. It's really easy to see the detail, and the art of that is just cool. All right. Forest, I like the foil better on the forest one, though. And then the same there. Okay. So, and these are great cards for teaching new players how to play Magic. That's exactly what's going on. These explain, so like, this talks about what standard is, like I had talked about, what is a booster draft, and then what is commander. These are kind of the most popular ways of playing Magic. And then things to do on your turn. If you read through this, that would give you basic concepts of playing the game. So that's fun. I really enjoy having those available. There's a couple people that I've taught to play Magic before, and that is very helpful to have the how-tos. So this is going to be considered the bundle unboxing. Next, I will go ahead and make it a separate video to go ahead and pick which packs, and we'll take a look and see if we can get anything of value in 7 of the 9 packs from this bundle.